Asorok boys as wife of Nigerian president disappear for 2 months and counting. Daily Trust. NOA wants leaders to patronize made in Nigeria goods this day. And lastly, Nigeria failing. What are you doing? Sultan of Sokoto to Buhari. Daily Post. So these are the headlines. And we were talking about the amnesty issues.
Yeah.
You know, the warning coming from the IYC, the Enjoy Youth Council. So my next question is this. What will it take these people to understand that they don't need the amnesty, that they need their total freedom?
You see, this experiment, we've done it here over and over again. I think yesterday we were talking about those in the Igbo side that were talking about the youth. You know,
Igbo, you're talking about Igbo presidency 2023.
You know,
and here
the
IYC is here.
I mean, the youth of Niger Delta, as they call them, are they're clamoring for their own. Their own is no longer the presidency, but because their brother, you know, was there before and he couldn't do anything. And these are the things we are trying to bring to the notice of people, that even if they give you the presidency for 4 consecutive terms, you know, non-stop, it is definitely not going to change anything for you. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was there, and his own people, he could not even uphold the promises made to them. Because we are talking about Yaradua. It was Yaradua's tenure that, you know, the agreement of Niger Delta and amnesty and all what have you, you know, was granted and signed. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was his deputy then. And after some time, the man died. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan took over as the president of the contraption called Nigeria. He ruled for 2 years before he also contested and won as the executive, you know, president of Nigeria. So all these years he stayed there. Are you telling me that he was not able, or he don't have all it takes to fulfill the promises made on the amnesty program? He couldn't do much to deliver his people. So it is not now that, you know, what do you call him, Jubril, I mean, Al-Sudani, the impostor replacing Buhari, is there now that things will change for better, or that all these promises made then will come to. They will still ask you the same question they ask you when you bring the matter of road, when you bring the matter of infrastructure and all that things. What did your brother do when he was there? They assume that you have gotten all you need. So for our people, I don't know when they will understand that all these things they are talking about is not the solution to the problem we are having right here. This is just a matter of you leave the leprosy, you know, to labor over the yarn. It is definitely going to solve problem. If you leave the sickness to, you know, tackle the symptoms of it, the sickness is still there. Until you discover the root cause of the problem, you deal with it, you will not get free. Do you understand? So our people forgot that as long as this Nigeria name, or perhaps as long as Nigeria is concerned, all these are problems, all these problems we are facing on a daily basis will not be tackled. Forget about the amnesty, forget about the threat that Nigeria will boil. They have, those things is not even their problem. It doesn't trouble them anyway. All they are concerned of is that their personal interest, not you, not all these things you are talking about. Besides, what problem have they not seen? Killing is not even new to them. Besides, your own problem is not killing, because our people doesn't kill. We only agitate. We only say, give us our right peacefully. That is what our people stands for. But in a situation where they kill, it's not even moving them. Talking about the Boko Haram sets and all the problems going on, you know, in the north, is not even moving them. It doesn't stop them from moving and doing what they are doing, sharing the money. So our people, is due to their foolishness, is due to their myopic mindset that has, you know, bewitched them, covered their inner sight of understanding that Nigeria cannot work. And there is nothing you do that will salvage our people and will, you know, meet the need of our people as long as Nigeria is concerned. Because those things is not on their program. Okay, look at the railway that supposed to, be constructed nationwide. Out of the railway, how many of them were constructed here? None. The ones that we have has been dilapidated. None of them is working. And the seaport, none of our own is working, but they are busy investing billions of dollars, constructing a dry seaport in the north. These are the things that you begin to look into and see that none of this, it is not going to work. And to make the matter worse, all these people that are representing, our region in the Nigerian House of Representatives or House of Assembly and other sectors, they are not helping matters, because they are, they are stooge to these cabals in Aso Rock. They dance to their tune. Whatever thing they tell them to do, that is what they do. So all this is not going to help matter. We are calling on our brethren there. I believe they listen to Radio Biafra 247. They also listen to our leader and what IPOB is doing. Look at the Ijo issue, the aerial spillage in Ijo, and the level of imagination our people are going through. All these things doesn't even, get them disturbed or perturbed. All they care for is that peanut coming from the federal government as a result of amnesty. That is not the problem, or perhaps that is not going to cure the problem we are having right now. Join hand with IPOB. Let us get Biafra restored. Just the argument they keep making that the presidency is not going to leave North from 2023. It is crystal clear to everybody that presidency is not going to leave the North. So I urge our people, why don't we fight for Biafra, get our nation restored, then have the presidency to ourselves, then the presidency will also remain in the North as well. All these things you are crying for, the problem, the solution to the problem is very, very little. Let us get our nation restored. What is due for you will be given to you. Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So let's look at the next one here. Academic Staff Union of Universities, Ekiti State University, ISHA chapter, has cried out over increasing rate of deaths and illnesses among members over unpaid salaries spanning over 9 months. The academic body said it would no longer tolerate or cooperate with the university authority over unpaid salaries and wages. Addressing a press conference at EXU in Ado-Ekiti yesterday, ASU chairman Dr. Kayode Aragunda explained that the geometric increase in the wage bill of the university from 380 million to 502 million caused the inability of the institution to pay up to date. The academic community of the university has become a source of scorn, ridicule, and victim of embarrassment from the members of the larger society, owing largely to inability to live up to their family expectations. We view this with serious concerns, more so that the university has not shown enough commitment to staff welfare. Also, as a matter of urgency and civility, impresses it on the management to pay up all the 9 months outstanding salary of workers with immediate effect, he said. Aragunda said, except the university pay up all salaries, that he could no longer guarantee good working relationship between his members and the Vice Chancellor, Professor Edi Olani Pekun, who is a former ASU chairman in Exu and Ilorin zone. The ASU boss urged Governor Kayode Fayemi to implement the outcome of the Professor Bode Asubiojo-led visitation panel, which vividly addressed the issues of task, wage bill, and other academic issues in the university. He said the union won't contemplate to sue the state government for implementing the new tax law in the university, since members have been paying even above what was stipulated by the university to meet monthly. Okay, so where in the world does it happen? 9 months salary being owed to lecturers, and so many of them committing suicide, so many can't even feed again, or whatnot.
I think a few days ago we talked about the one that is happening in in Imo State, right? You know, I think that one is 2 years and still counting. So this one is not a surprise to me, because this is exactly the way things are going right now in this contraption called Nigeria. Nothing is working, and it's high time people understand it, that Nigeria is as empty barrel. They don't even have the money to pay salaries. They are empty. There is nothing working here, and our people fail to understand all these things. This is something that people should draw their attention to, that Nigeria is not working. Oh, okay, where on earth does something like this happen? You keep, you know, owing people 1 month, 2 months, 3 months to this level. These people have responsibilities to cater for. They have family to take care of. They have bills to pay. And you expect them to come to work on daily basis, you know, to lecture the students and to do other things required of them. Yet you cannot pay them their salaries. Then if you go to the other side, those who are in the local government and civil service, all those things, they are also being owed in almost all the 36 states of this contraption called Nigeria. People are being owed salaries. In the state that is not owing salary now is owing at least 3 months. And you tell me that things are working, that things are okay. The little one that they agree to pay, they are still dragging whether they are going to pay 30,000 minimum wage or not. That one is still there. They have not even concluded arrangement, even though they agreed before the election, and after the election they abandoned it. So you are talking about increase in the salary when the already agreed one has not been paid. People are dying, and all of these things doesn't even make sense to many. They cannot even complain about it. They cannot even come out and, you know, make criticize the government, ask questions that matters, but they keep quiet over it and nothing is happening. People don't understand the fact that this contraption is no longer working, is causing more harm than good to the people that were brought together in this region. Does it mean that we don't have what it takes? Does it mean that the resources are not there? Or does it mean that we do not have the mineral resources, you know, to cater for all these things? It is poor management of the people who are there. That is the reason why all these things is dilapidating and not working.
Okay, so now the victims, don't you think there is something they can do about all this? Just like the indigenous people of Biafra, you know, are fighting for their legitimate right.
Yeah,
is it that these people are just too lazy, or I don't know what's going on?
See, there are things they can always do. Do you understand? But they are very, very afraid. They are timid to, you know, take the bull by the horn.
Afraid of what?
Do you understand? Afraid of arrest, afraid of molestation. Okay, from
okay,
this,
so what about those who have
now
died out of hunger?
Why
the other ones are afraid? They are afraid of being arrested. So being arrested and death, which is more, you know.
Sometimes they don't want to see. There's a problem in Nigeria here. You know, if you come out to say the truth or to stand on the path of justice, they would follow you up by all means. Just like the story that we treated yesterday, you know, of a banker that was charged to court because he criticized, you know, the Ruga settlements in his own community, and you know the outcome of it: 500,000 naira for a bill. Still, the matter will still. The matter is still in the court. And if he keep making much noise, maybe they'll end up sending him to prison. These are the things that people are afraid of. And the man now might have lost his job. That is exactly what it is. And in this case now, people are owed 9 months salary. Some of their colleagues are dying. And when we talk about dying, people will just understand it that maybe we are trying to be hyperbolic, or perhaps we are trying to hide the matter. This is coming from a Nigerian, you know, printed newspaper, not we are not the people that wrote it. Do you understand? And when we talk about people dying, because it is not happening where you are, you think those things are newspaper publications, but in a situation where they have gathered the morale to come and print in their newspaper that somebody died, you will understand the level of damages that has been caused. And we are telling you, look at this, look at that. You don't want to do what? Pay attention. We are giving a suggestion to you. What is stopping all these people from coming out to the street and say, enough of all these things? Okay, now the issue of labor is going on, and they don't want to do the needful. All they could do is just to keep having meetings, robbing and romancing the federal government, romancing evil. And you think that it is going to end. It is definitely not going to end. You must, take the bull by the horn. Do what you are supposed to do. Come out and challenge. What is stopping ASU generally to, go on industrial action nationwide and say, we are going to shut down the entire university in the contraption called Nigeria, because this report has, been gotten in different states. Their universities, workers are not being paid, lecturers are not being paid, people are dying of hunger. It is enough for people to come out to the street and protest. It is enough for people to go on indefinite strike, or perhaps action, industrial action, to protest evil. Because from the things going on now, from the level of things happening, or from the way things are going, we are not seeing the end of this thing in a shorter period of time now. As long as Abba Kyari and the cabals managing Nigeria is concerned, this matter is not going to end, because they lack human, conscience and reasoning. So all these things is not even their business.
Okay. All right, let's look at the next one. Our lines will be open in the next 15 minutes, so that you call in. Let's hear from you. Aso Rock Boys, as wife of Nigerian president, disappear for 2 months and counting. Okay. The wife of the Nigerian president, Miss ISHA Buhari, has been out of Nigeria for about 2 months now, raising concerns at the presidential villa, according to the Daily Trust report. Multiple sources at the presidential villa said the president's wife left the country in protest against certain developments at the presidency. It reported that the first lady, who left the country early August to Saudi Arabia to perform Hajj, a Muslim pilgrimage, had not returned to the country. Muslims who participated in the Hajj exercise have since returned home, but credible sources at the villa said the president's wife has since left Saudi Arabia for London. Mama, the first lady, is in London. It was from Saudi Arabia that she went to London, a source told Daily Trust. Asked when she would return, the source said, I don't know. All I know is that she is in London. Her absence became obvious after she did not appear alongside her husband at recent official functions. She was absent during the Eid al-Kabir celebration in Daura, Katsina State, in which President Buhari hosted many dignitaries, including Guinea President Alpha Conde, during the Salah celebrations. In early July, the First Lady supported her husband to host the Ambassador Extraordinary for Niger Cooperation together with his wife, Fatima, at the State House. Recently, at public events, Dr. Ahad Jossani, the Senior Special Assistant to Buhari on Administration, has been representing the President's wife. For instance, on September 25th, she was represented at an event of the Organization of African First Ladies for Development on the sidelines of the 74th United Nations General Assembly, New York, by Dr. Hajo. According to a statement from the Director of Information to Aisha Buhari, the event was attended by First Ladies of Zimbabwe, Sierra Leone, Uganda, and the Niger Republic. President Buhari was one of the world leaders that attended the 74th UNGA. However, checks on Mrs. Buhari's Twitter handle at Aisha Buhari showed that she remained active on the social media platform, as only 6 days ago she retweeted a post on the war against corruption. Efforts to get the reaction of her media aide, Suleiman Haruna, was unsuccessful. In June, Mrs. Buhari announced the change of the title of her office from Wife of the President to First Lady. Throughout her husband's first tenure, she was addressed as Wife of the President. Earlier, Mrs. Buhari had raised the alarm over the deteriorating security situation in the country. During a visit to President Buhari's home state, Katsina, ISHA, who hails from Adamawa State, said it would be unfortunate for people who voted wholeheartedly for her husband to be allowed to be killed unnecessarily by bandits. She said people must speak out as the killings were worrisome and that if not tackled, they could end up consuming everyone. When the Katsina SSG spoke out, I sent it to all security outfits in the country. I told them it's either they go and help out or allow us all to be killed. It is a must for people to come out and speak. Anything that is not right, people should say it no matter what, Mrs. Buhari has said. 4 days to the swearing in of President Buhari for a second, the First Lady faulted the implementation of the federal government's social investment programs. At a program for women at the State House, Abuja, she said the SIP, which had gulped 470.8 billion naira, had failed in the north. The SIPs are the N-Power, conditional cash transfers, national home-grown school feeding, and government enterprise and empowerment programs. Annually, the federal government budgets 500 billion for social investment. However, in 2016, only 79.98 billion was released. In 2017, 140 billion naira was made available, and in 2018, it was 250.4 billion naira. Previously, she attacked her husband's administration, drawing the world's wide attention when she criticized President Buhari in an October 2016 interview with the BBC, saying she feared Buhari's regime was veering off from its mandate to the people. Mrs. Buhari also expressed doubt that she would support President Buhari if he sought re-election unless he implemented immediate changes in personnel and policies. But on the eve of this year's general elections, Mrs. Buhari constituted a campaign team for President Buhari despite her threats. The team, with about 700 members drawn from across the country, was inaugurated by President Buhari and played a key role in his re-election. Matthew Oge, what do you sense here? What do you think? Almost 2 months and still counting. The wife of the president, the first lady, she said, stop calling me the wife of the president. So what do you think?
Anyway, it's more than that. Just that this is the time people want to, the newspaper want to, come up with it. If not, it's been long she ceased to be the wife of the president, because somebody who is late is gone, and since they brought in Jubril, Al-Sudani, to man over Asura.
Always on point. Just keep it true. Music is the weapon I use to fight my oppressors. Our government has actually not been able to suppress us, and this has led to many dying of depression.
It's no longer needed and welcomed in Asurok. That is exactly the reasons why. What exactly is she coming to do there? So you could imagine your husband was sick, and on recovery, which automatically should be the reunion, of your marriage, that wherever he goes, you must go alongside him. But when the man, happened to be back from the medical trip, hale and hearty as is supposed to be, the wife of the president nowhere to be found again. She ceased to come close to the husband, and everything changed overnight. And this now is a clear indication, or perhaps is a clear evidence that President President Buhari, his name is even going out of my mind because he's a useless man, has died and was buried in Saudi Arabia. The wife is just trying to tell you categorically, beyond reasonable doubt, that my husband has died, and the woman is in grief because they denied her the opportunity to properly mourn the husband. And this is very, very shameful. It's shameful that somebody to that extent could not be allowed to mourn the husband, and Buhari himself was denied of the right of giving a statesman burial. At least a president, we all know what happened in the side of Yaradua, how he was given a presidential burial. Though they tried to linger it, drag it from, to do the same thing that they did in the case of Buhari now. But it all happened, and we knew what happened. In the end, they gave him that state burial. But the issue of Buhari, just very shamefully like that. So the wife is tired of what is happening in Nigeria. The wife is almost tired of, what Abba Kyari and co are doing there in Aso Rock. So the best thing is to go out of this damnable republic, at least to go and find some joy somewhere else. That is exactly the message this woman is trying to pass to people who are concerned. But my worry is the so-called youth of this contraption called Nigeria. Because the things that they're supposed to ask questions on, the things that they're supposed to, be worried of, they are not worried of it. They are not concerned of it. And the things that matters, the things that, opposes threats to their own existence as people, they don't even care about it. Rather, they major on the minor. Talking about irrelevant things. Spending time on things that doesn't really matter. It baffles me most, the way the so-called Nigerian youth and people and even their celebrities spend time, resources, and energy talking about things that doesn't really matter, things that doesn't add much to the economy, things that doesn't even add value to their own existence as people. Talking about this, Big Brother, Niger, and what have you. The way people, talk about it, it beats my imagination.
Yeah,
and all these things
you permit
happening.
me to say that most times they try to bring us something to distract their attention.
Yeah,
and they fall for it.
Yes, these are the things
when
that
critical matters are going on in
there.
the country.
You understand? Just like you go to the restaurant to eat, and first of all bring an appetizer. So some people will just like, if you don't really know that there's a package there for you, you will just lay hold on the appetizer. And when the main, food will come, you may either have fed up or you will be tired of it. You won't understand that something better is coming. This is just something they brought, glamoring. And they think that all that glitters are good. They just hold on to it without minding that there is something more tangible and more serious that is opposing a threat to our existence as a people. All the kind of politics going on in the contraption called Nigeria, that Buhari, the Jubril and Abba Kyari managed Nigeria has increased VAT, is none of their business. That the government has, the road are dilapidated, is none of their business. All these things that is going on all this while, we've been talking about it, that the man you elected as your president, Buhari, has died and replaced by a Sudanese man. Jubril is none of your business. That the wife of the president is nowhere to be cited, even though she have an office in the Aso Rock, which is supposed to be, going to, and she have a lot of responsibilities as the first lady of house, as the wife of the president of the country. She have a whole lot of things that she's supposed to be doing, but all of a sudden she disappeared. Nobody want to ask questions. Nobody want to talk about it. All you care for is just to keep quiet and maintain that everything is okay. That is the problem I have. That is where my problem lies. Because
so now, because of our time, in conclusion to you, what actually do you think that made the wife of the president run away from Aso Rock?
Exactly that. The woman is tired of what is happening in this contraption called Nigeria. She's really
so why don't she
just
report the issues to the world?
The issue is that they have a politics they are playing. The woman is helpless. Do you understand? She's really, really helpless at this particular point in time. She cannot do much other than all these things they are doing, because they have sealed it up. Though it is paining her deeply. It is paining her deeply, but because of the agreement, because of the commitment and the vows, she cannot
and the
do much. And the threat of life and
I get it.
Okay, what about that of her daughter? then when
their father was still alive, she kept tweeting.
There has never been a day that come and go and you cannot hear from that lady. The way she brag, the way she
tweets
everywhere, you understand, as though the whole world is on top. I mean, she's on top of the whole world. But now, all of a sudden, all those things died off. Nobody hear from the family of Buhari again. Not even the wife, that have a whole lot of responsibilities to perform.
All right, thank you so much. The question is, what are Nigerians doing about their first lady? 2 months and still counting. Where has she gone? What is going on in Nigeria, in the contraption called Nigeria? But unfortunately, the youths are not, the citizens, not just the youths, because when you go to Facebook, you see, you see even adults talking about irrelevant things. Like since 2 days now, the social media have been talking about Tacha, Big Brother Nigeria, Big Brother, irrelevant things that will add nothing, and yet the country or the contraction is crumbling. So why are the youths so lazy? Why are they so gullible? Why are they so myopic and useless? Because they are not useful to themselves and they do not care about what is going on. All right, let's look at the next one.
Wanted to
he said I'm going to give her 30 million.
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
And people are dying of hunger because their salaries has not been paid.
Yeah.
You just see all these things happening there. 30 million. Sometimes I wonder what is wrong with the brain of these people. And many people are applauding him.
Yeah,
many people are applauding him.
All right, let's look at the next one. Nigeria failing. What are you doing? Sultan of Sokoto to Buhari. The Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammadu Said Abubakar, has told President Muhammadu Buhari and other office holders to fix the country. The Sultan spoke in strong tone on Friday during the Independence Day public lecture held at the National Mosque, Abuja. Expressing worry about unemployment and fate of youths in Nigeria, Abubakar quipped, "What is government doing about this?" He said Nigeria was plagued with many issues of governance and other socio-economic challenges in spite of her endowment with human and natural resources. We should search ourselves where we are right now. Are we in the Nigerian nation of our dream? Can 200 million people say, yes, this is the country which we desire? It is a question for which I don't have answers. This they quoted him as saying. Referring to Buhari, represented by the FCT Minister Mohammed Musa Bello and other office holders, the Sultan said, governance is not a one-man show. It is for us to come together and move the country forward. As Muslims, we know the importance of leadership. We should not be shy to ask our leaders to do the just and be just in handling the affairs of our people. He lamented that leadership failure was the reason Nigerian youths embarked on the perilous migration to Europe, with many of them perishing in the desert and Mediterranean Sea. The monarch noted that Nigerian youths are gainfully engaged. There will not be a risk of xenophobic attacks in South Africa, and the urge to migrate abroad would be minimized. His words, "Our youth should be our pride. I say yes and no. Some of them have excelled all over the world in all fields and have won laurels. At the same time, some involved in criminality like banditry, insurgency, and advanced free fraud. What pushed them into this? We must find out and correct. What is the government doing about this?" There was a program by the previous government of Goodluck Jonathan which built buildings across the country. What happened to that program? Government should revive the program and bring the children on the streets to school. Some of the children are victims of hunger and are looking for food. Islam does not allow begging, he stated. Okay, so what the same Sultan of Sokoto, who doesn't believe anything can happen to Nigeria, is coming out to say again Nigeria is failing. So what do you think? What do you think made him raise such alarm? Is that something they know that the masses do not know?
Of course, these people are the people who are in the helm of the affair. And when people like this begin to talk, that things are not working the way it ought to work, that things are going out of hand, you see people who doesn't even have anything to contribute to, whose own is to stand on their rights, they will continue to shout one Nigeria. You see, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, when he came, he couldn't learn lessons from what happened to his namesake, late Nnamdi Azikiwe, and other leaders who played the politics of one Nigeria and still playing it up until now. There are many of them, when they came, they want to embrace everybody, they want to inculcate everybody in all the nooks and crannies of the contraption called Nigeria, not knowing that the program is not supposed to be, played that way. Now, he came in, then he started doing a whole lot of things, initiated programs to benefit the North. And all these things, they just didn't value it. They did everything they could to, jettison him out of office and install this, this brutal and dictator who are operating Nigeria in autocratic and, in a way that people cannot even breathe. Yet, they say they are in democracy. People have come to understand that Nigeria is not working. Things are getting out of hand. That nothing is going to work. Is not going to work. The issue now is, what is the presidency doing about it?
Okay, sir. Do you think all these, comments and problems coming up has something to do with the recent moves of the indigenous people of Biafra?
You see, if just like the former president, head of state were, calling on before late Nigeria be one. On daily basis, we keep hearing them, say one or two things, all to make sure that Nigeria is still that one, which is definitely not going to work. Our leader said if they are not being pressurized from somewhere, they will not be saying all these things they are saying. They say all these things just to make sure that your mind are still there, to make sure that this contraption is still moving on. And you see, one time the governor of Kano State, when he called the Igwes and the Igbos in Kano State, he was still preaching one Nigeria and peace. So all of them, if they want to talk, instead of talking about providing solutions to the numerous problems that this nation is suffering or going through, they keep lamenting on how Nigeria will be one. Why is it that they cannot talk any other thing, if not because of the pressure that they are on or into, because of what IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing? If not because of the move of IPOB, for those who are doubting, for the doubting Thomas out there who think that nothing is happening, if not for all those things, the move that our leaders are, the international diplomacy, and the way that people are getting interested in our affair, all these things wouldn't have been coming. They receive calls, but everything cannot be made known to you because you are the masses and you cannot as well reason to find out that all these things are happening. There are a lot of things are going on the background. So it is because of the effort of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, and they know that if nothing is done now, there is nothing anybody can do about it. That is why these people are coming out from their hideout. It is no longer the politics they used to play before. It is no longer what it is used to be. Things has changed.
Like they can no longer hold it.
They can no longer hold it themselves.
They can no longer. It's like the sack is filled up and about to burst.
Yes, and where river is overflown.
Yeah.
And it can no longer contain. It has to go from the river bank. That will cause flood. And when river goes out of its contest, it will cause flood and a whole lot of things will be damaged. Do you understand?
Okay.
So that is exactly what is happening. They can no longer hold it, and it is the politics is gradually has gotten out, not gradually because it has already gotten out of.
It's now more than they could handle.
It has gotten out of hand.
All right, thank you so much. And of course, that could be the reason. The president will always travel and not return at the scheduled time. He will tell you there is a technical stopover here and there. But for the first time in history, he returned before the scheduled time. And it speaks volume. A lot of people may not understand. Something is going on. Aso Rock is on fire. Well, this moment will be going on a short break. When we return, the lines will be open for you to call in and make your contribution. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Scotch Beats, baby.
Always on point. You already know.
At all times, I speak truth. Like I've always said, if you speak the truth, you die. If you lie, you die. It's better to speak the truth and die.
KCP2.
If a president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? As our president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda with the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? Which way? Nigerians which way? Which way? I beg of you, next level. Which way? BUHARI which way? Which way? I beg of you, next level. We say we no one go again. Voices say we must go. Shall we go with pains? Tell us for this go slow. You promise for your next level. Say you go make sure say you shame devil. But there is nothing about you that is truthful. Such your next evil. You never recover from your change. When you carry on so put inside cage. Every man expect to see another face. Pass we flip your pair for the next page. Nigeria people don't they cry. Biafran people wish to go. Back up another 4 years of pressure because I was a fool and still. If a president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? As our president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda with the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? Which way? Nigerians which way? Which way? I beg of you, next level. Which way? BUHARI which way? Which way? I beg of you, next level. Our democracy is in trouble because Abacha don't resurrect. Man and Genyen so good problem. Like a fella don't look at it. My people suffering and smiling. Nobody won't fight for the right. Every man they fear to die. But if you check, some are living dead. Our biggest problem is religion. Many Christian leaders they manipulate. While some Muslims have been brainwashed. Save the key, they go make heaven. Says now on the top grass. We make Ghana they show class. Says the whole giant take this no. Because you make leaders on the sleep. If a president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? As our president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda with the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? Which way? Nigerians which way? Which way? I beg of you, next level. Which way? BUHARI which way? Which way? I beg of you, next level. Then I'm hollow. I got the hollow. If you're not ndala, oh no chala mala. Always on point. See already know.
Man of choice.
Now be the yes.
Welcome back. This is still Sunrise Daily News Analysis on Biafra Television. And right now the lines are open for you to call in and make your contributions. Let's hear from you. What do you think about the issues we've discussed this morning? The headlines, I would read them out once again so that you call us. Call us on WhatsApp 0905 0905 Our phone line is 0702035376. Let's hear from you. The headlines we've discussed so far: Niger will boy, Niger Delta youths warn Buhari government over plan to stop amnesty. Unpaid salaries, ASU cries out over increasing debt among EXU lecturers. Asorok boys, as wife of Nigerian president, disappear for 2 months and counting. Nigeria failing. What are you doing? Sultan to Buhari. Daily Post. NOA wants leaders to patronize made in Nigeria goods. So the lines are open right now. Our Skype and Facebook ID is at Sunrise BTV. Let's hear from you. Hello, call on the phone.
Hello?
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from? Call on WhatsApp. Hello.
My name is Mazifai.
Okay, you're welcome.
Madam, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Mazifai. I'm calling you now from
Okay, sorry about that. You have to call back so that we will hear you clearly. And please, when you call, turn down the volume of your listening device. Hello, call on the phone. Sorry about that. We won't also take your call because we could hear the echoes from your background. Another call on the phone. Hello.
Hello?
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Hello?
Hello. Sorry, what's going on? Although the people that are calling are not really, it's not really impressive. Please, before you call, tune down the volume of your listening device or turn it off. Hello, call on WhatsApp.
Hello?
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from? Call on the phone. Hello. Call on the phone. Are you there? We understand that the network is really poor this morning and that could be the problem. Sorry about that. Please do try to call back. Do try to call back again so we can hear you. And don't forget to tune down the volume of your listening device so that we can have an effective communication. It's really, really important. Please, very, very important. Let's hear you very, very well. So call us on WhatsApp 0905 6608583. 0905 6608583. Our phone number 0702035376. Let's hear you. Call on WhatsApp. Hello. Hello, call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Hello, Madam Gozi. Good morning.
Thank you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Anna Mekena.
There,
This is okay.
Madam Gozi, my name is Mazifai Mora. I'm calling you right now from Cross River, Calabar, Biafra land.
Okay.
I'm calling you from Calabar, Biafra land.
All right, go ahead. Good to know that.
Hello, Madam Gozi. What I have to contribute this morning, I want to make it brief, is that Nigeria is like a vehicle without tires. An old vehicle without tires, without seats, and without engine. That's how Nigeria is. And the Biafrans are being the leg and the engine and the seat that is moving the empty case forward. So now that the Biafrans, the main people that is the pillar, of the damnable zoological republic have said that we are tired. We don't want to push this vehicle that the owners refuse to fix, refuse to buy tires for, refuse to buy engine for, refuse to refine the oil that we have, that is given to them already. They decided to use our blood for the fuel, use our body for the engine, use our legs for the tires. So that is why Asurok is boiling, and that is why Nigeria are shaking, and that's why there's a chaos everywhere. That is why there's fear everywhere. That this very engine and the tires of this motor Nigeria is about have been removed. They've refused to go. So my dear, what I want to say is that ISHA BUHARI is not today that he's been crying that his husband is no more there. If you followed some of his videos in 2018, she came out clearly to say that these 3 people that is running the affairs of this country, and he mentioned name. So how else do we expect her to come and say that my husband is no more there? There's no other way that she will express that apart from those seminars that she held and air out her own view. So now that he's disappeared, she's tired of the whole thing, and you know that her life is also a threat. That if those people notice any foul play, that they might eliminate her overnight and target something that maybe they will say is bandits that killed the first lady or something of that nature. And nothing happened in Nigeria because the Nigerians are very gullible. We don't feel things. We are easily deceived by something. Somebody can come out from anywhere. We are discussing a serious issue. Maybe somebody was killed. They will come out and say that somebody was running there, and everybody will leave the matter of the killing and start discussing about somebody that is running, that you don't even know what is pursuing the person. That is how this thing called Nigeria is fixed, honestly. But one thing that gives me joy is that Biafrans are going.
Of course.
That is the only thing that gives me joy. That is the only thing. As I woke up this morning, I remember that Biafra is going. I was very happy. I was preparing for church then. I said this, and so I have to shift my church service for second service for me to listen to this broadcast before going to church. So what then goes there, I want to thank God for you people. God will continue to bless you guys for the great work that you're doing.
Bless you too.
For bringing us closer to achieving Biafra. And our leader, the Messiah of our time, I want to thank him so much for carrying this cross. I've been series from here and there, and he still stands strong. And those principal officers, God will continue to bless them in anything that they do in life.
Thank you so much for that contribution. Thanks for calling us on this program. Of course, Asurok is on fire. Nigeria is on fire, but unfortunately, the citizens, those who claim to be Nigerian citizens, do not see what is going on. Hello, call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Calling from Aba.
Okay, welcome to the program.
Yeah, I can hear you. Good morning. This is Chicken calling from Aba.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to contribute is this. Please, I call on Biafrans. The Sultan of Sokoto is wasting his time. It's too late. Now, the Fulanis are getting more chameleonistic more than the Yorubas. Sultan of Sokoto will say, in one of the gathering, he will say, Nigeria is indivisible. I will do all I can with all my blood to make sure Nigeria is one. Sultan of Sokoto. And today now he is saying, Buhari, Nigeria is failing. Today he saw that Nigeria is failing. So I am telling Biafrans, let us add more speed in our school. Let us add more power in our struggle. They thought that everything is all about looting and bribing and bribing our the so-called useless senators and the House of Assembly members and governors to hold us down. But it is too late. Today, Nnamdi Kanu or Amadike, may he live long, has shown us the way, has opened our eyes, has opened the gate of the zoo that France will get out and be free. We are happy. We are with him.
Okay, network issues is disconnected.
They don't know what Biafra is all about. Get them brandly radicalized that they can never take us for granted any longer until we leave the contraction called Nigeria. Good morning, Biafrans, and my sister, point to you all. We must continue.
We must continue. Biafra will help thee. Thank you so much. Of course, we must continue, and all must help Biafra, because Biafra is the land of the rising sun, and nothing can stop it. You know, when your enemy keeps fighting so hard and keeps enduring the bite, enduring the whole thing, trying to cover up to an extent of covering up a dead man and bringing an impostor, and at the moment they could not endure again, he had to let out a cry, Nigeria is failing. Buhari, what are you doing? You know, it has really gone beyond what they can handle. It's gone beyond that. So the indigenous people of Biafra are doing wonderfully well. You need not to be told. You do not need a soothsayer to say to you that you are trying. So please, we must keeping on. We must ensure that we do not relent until Biafra is restored. We have no apology. We owe no one no apology for paying Biafrans led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the only man who could do it. We are so blessed to have him as our leader, and of course we will stop at nothing until Biafra is restored. All right, call us on WhatsApp, call us on phone, call us on Skype and Facebook. Very important. We know that the networks are very bad. The network is really bad, very bad, and that's why calls are not coming in. We've been struggling with the network today. All right, I'll read out the headlines once again for those who are able to reach us. Nigeria will boy. Niger Delta youths warn Buhari government over plan to stop amnesty. Isn't it pathetic that people who are supposed to be fighting for their total freedom is begging for what legitimately belongs to them? They are given amnesty, and they even have to beg for the amnesty, where the Fulani headsmen are being paid billions of naira. You know, billions of naira. Last time another bandit were, they were also paid some amount of money. They are dialogued with, paid a huge amount of money. These are people who are of no use, who have of no help to the economy of the contraction called Nigeria.
Destabilizing the economy.
Yeah, they are the ones destabilizing, killing, yet they are being paid. But you, the real owner of what is keeping Nigeria one, the real owner of the Nigeria economy is all about, is the begging, instead of you taking the bull by the horn, coming out to fight for your total freedom. That's really pathetic. Hello, caller on WhatsApp.
Hello.
What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Hello there.
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Malaunde in Cameroon.
Too bad.
Hello.
I think you're listening to your device, or probably the network. Maybe there's a delay in the response. Sorry about that. Do try and call back. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so call us on WhatsApp, call us on our phone line, call us on Skype. Let's hear from you. We'll have the next one here. Unpaid salaries. ASU cries out over increasing debt among ex-lecturers. Of course, Nigeria is the only country where you see civil servants committing suicide in the government buildings and in their homes because salaries are not being paid. Hello, call on WhatsApp.
Hello.
Yeah, what's the name and where are you calling from?
Yes, good morning. Wada Ngozi.
Thank you so much.
Yes, this is Titus from India, Bangalore City.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, what's the name? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Sorry about
Hello?
that. Call back again. We cannot hear you. Do call back. We have just a few minutes to go and we'll be drawing the curtain. The network is really terrible this morning. Really terrible. Please do call us back. Let's see. Let's give it a try one more. Okay, so like I was saying, it's only in Nigeria you find out that lecturers, civil servants are dying. They are committing suicide because of late payment, not payment, sorry, owing of salaries. You can imagine being owed 9 months, the other one's 2 years. But what baffles me is these same people will come out on this election day to still vote for the same set of people.
They're hoping that things will get better, not knowing that it will not get better.
What kind of hope? You've been hoping over
Decades. And
over
you ask the
decades.
question, what to sustain, and it was very bad anyway. What is happening in this contraption called Nigeria?
Well, okay, we have a call on WhatsApp. Hello. Hello. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Hello, what are you talking to me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Okutotoma no mun. Toma. Oh, mazin na mani chimeze nwafo. Kana eto so job mo yo bodo Enugu. Kedu na la Biafra. I thank you people for what you people are doing for us, for the good job you are doing for the restoration of our motherland Biafra. I say Mechuko Kikabia, bless you all and bless our leader Mazinam Dekano and our deputy Uchemefo, our African of George Onibe, all the principal officers in IPOB. I say Mechuko bless all of us. Concerning the issue for these criminals, the looters, the Fulanis, they are being paid with our money, and the owners of the money are begging. Why it pains me most is that those people, they are not even indigenous, they are immigrants. Those Fulanis are not indigenous people of that contraption called Nigeria. They are immigrants. The real owners of the north are the Hausas, but the Fulanis have conquered the Hausas. Today, they are in charge of everything. And the fools that call themselves Nigerians, they can't even see. They are being ruled by a imposter from Sudan. Additional is fooling them with Photoshop and Videoshop every now and then, telling them that he attended events, whereas he did not attend any event. They can't even see. The truth is staring at their face, but they can't even pick courage to do the needful. But I thank Chukwu Kikabiama for giving us a leader, for giving us a savior that will lead us to our promised land. We are Biafrans, we are not Nigerians. Biafran I was, Biafran I am, and Biafran I shall always be. I'm not Nigerian. Those of them identify themselves as such, they are fools. They don't even know where they are. They don't even know their identity. The first thing is for you to know your identity, because nobody can tell you who you are. Find out who you are by yourself. Most of them in Biafra land are not Biafrans. They are product of rape. They are product of the Fulanis. So my people, we got to keep on pushing, because what you are doing is yielding a very big fruit. All of them now are opening up their eyes. The Yorubas are now saying that they want to align with us, but we are not going with them. Let them start up their own, because we have been fighting, they have been mocking us, they have been killing us. Now that we are almost at our promised land, they want to come and align with us, they want to come and go with us. No, the Yorubas should start up their own thing. We are not with them, they are Americans. We cannot trust them, and we are not going with them. If they want their own freedom, let them start agitating in their own land, as we, the Biafrans, have been agitating in our own land. So my advice is for people to keep on keeping on, because we are almost there. What we are doing is bringing out something good. We are hitting them hard, and they are not feeling the pain. All of them are now running helter-skelter. ISHA BUHARI is no more in the Aso Rock. It is an evidence that the man in Aso Rock is not her husband. So our people should keep on keeping on. Chuko Kikabiyama will see us through. The gods of our ancestors will see us through. The spirit of our fallen hero.
Thank you so much. Of course, Biafra must be restored in our own time, and there are no two ways about it. All right, we have a few minutes to go. Call on WhatsApp. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Titus. I'm from Ihala, but I'm calling from Bangalore City, India.
You're welcome.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, then, good morning.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the program.
Biko, only Yanchere confirm our family of IPOB family member, Bangalore City, India, sending can confirm or some details from Radio Biafra.
Okay, Mana, this is Biafra television, but you can go ahead.
Yes. I'm on there. When we watch the program on TV, now watch it online, we watch the program.
All right, go ahead. Is this something publicly or you want to reach us after the program?
Bangalore, India. Hello?
Yeah, Naju, or we hear Kiku back or Bemesia program, then we talk privately.
Okay, so should I go ahead and make my request?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So I did our own family meeting in Bangalore City, I know Bangalore, Indian. So I did our own family meeting. So, and I should make all the official Biafra London. So what should we do to register it?
Okay, send a message to this WhatsApp number immediately, so that after the program we'll come back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna send the message now because I'm online. I know you got the program now. So I'm gonna send the message now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll get back to you after the program. Of course, we'll keep opening families wherever you are. Even if you are the only one with your family, start up IPOB family wherever you are. Very, very important, very necessary. You know, I remember when we all started new, the enthusiasm was so high, but today, you know, a lot of people feel reluctant, and even those who were there are now feeling tired. But we do not need to tired. Many have come and gone, and many have even died. But the truth remains, if 5 people die today, 100 people are coming up tomorrow. So please, we must keeping on, open more families wherever you are. Hello, caller on WhatsApp.
Hello, good morning, my sister.
Thank you so much. What's the name and where are you calling from?
With Mazi Friday Igri.
Yeah, good
I
morning
greet
to
you all. Please, my brothers and sisters, my name remains Mazi Ngoye. My contribution this morning is about what is going on in our land. Our land was devastated long ago, and we are now to put it in order. We are now to put it in order. If you know your chi will know you. If you know your father will know you. If you know your mother will know you. So we are now moving ahead to know our great father and mothers. So everybody must bear it in mind that we are not asking any apology to anybody. No matter who you are, no matter the kind money you get, we don't care. We are not looking at those things. We come back here now on this planet Earth to put things in order. Things are not in order. Lies has taken over the planet. But now we are back here to make sure that everything is in order. Yes, this is me, Mazik. Welcome, everyone, Nanimo.
Thank you so much, Ogwefi Aganeoku Komelo One Nanimo. Thank you so much. Of course, the time has come for us to go back and worship our Creator. The time has come for us to go back and, we remember we bear name Echefuna Chigi, Echefuna. You don't need to forget where you come from. Our lineage is very important. That's why they said if we do not study history, history will always repeat itself. We abandoned the ways of our fathers, we abandoned a lot of things, and that's why we are taken into slavery. But today, Biafra has come to restore everything that was stolen from us. Thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you so much. All right, we'll have just a few minutes. I will draw the curtain. Hello, call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Hello.
Good morning, I'm Mazi.
Thank you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, all Biafrans. My name is Mazi Fanyinwara. The network is very bad here in this contraption. I've been trying to reach morning. But I have a little contribution.
Go ahead, please.
Nigeria is not working and will never work.
Of course.
There's something our people used to say. If you are sick, it can be taken care of. Whether you are feeling sick or you injured yourself, you can go to hospital and they will cure you. By the help of Elohim, you can be cured.
Okay.
Once you go to the there's no medication in this planet Earth, on this planet Earth, that can revise you back to be younger than your age. Now that is nature. So Nigeria, nothing planet Earth, whether Aminu or anybody on this earth can do to fix Nigeria. And that is why our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu opened our eyes, and we, some of us that and it was an idea
yeah,
that we call that governors and so on and forth, that doesn't know where they are going to. They don't even know where they are now, let alone where they are going tomorrow. So we followed him, and we see that is a man send a message.
Okay, the network is really poor. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much, and we'll be drawing the curtain here for today. Thank you all for joining us, Mazi. Okay, what's your message to our viewers before we go?
Of course, despite the obstacles and challenges around us, we are winning the war. And when we tell you that we are winning the war, kindly know that we are winning the war despite all. There are a whole lot of evidences out there to show that yes, we are winning the war, courtesy of the effort of Nnamdi Kanu and the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, and those who are working assiduously to make sure that Biafra is being restored, and even those who are working to truncate what we are doing. They are also helping the matter to get us to where we are today. So keep on keeping on. Do not relent, because if you give up now, what exactly will you gain? So we must continue to do what we are doing, making sure that we thrive until this contraption is brought to Northern and Biafra will be free. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, our viewers, we appreciate you for joining us today, for your resoluteness, even when the network seemed to be, making things difficult. And you're still there. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to please support this program. Call us on our WhatsApp number after now. Let's discuss on how to keep this program running. I remain Ngozi Chukwuka. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same station. Bye for now.
Always on point. You already know.
At all times, I speak truth. Like I've always said, if you speak the truth, you die. If you lie, you die. It's better to speak the truth and die.
KCP2.
If a president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? As our president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? Which way? Nigerians which way? Which way? I better buy it. Next level. Which way? Buhari which way? I beg you for the next level. We say we no one go again, for you say we must go. Shall we go with pains? Tell us for this go slow. You promise for your next level. Say you go make sure say you shame devil, but there is nothing about you that is truthful. Such your next evil. You never recover from your change. When you carry us to put inside cage, every man expect to see another face. Pass we flip your peer for the next page. Nigeria people and they cry. Biafran people wish to go. Pack up another 4 years of Russia because I was a fool and if a president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? As our president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? Which way? Nigerians which way? Which way? I better buy it. Next level. Which way? Buhari which way? Which way? I beg you for it. Next level. Our democracy is in trouble because Abacha don't resurrect. Man and Genyen so good problem. Like a fella don't look at it. My people suffering and smiling. Nobody won't fight for the right. Every man they fear to die. But if you check, some are living dead. Our biggest problem is religion. Many Christian leaders they manipulate, while some Muslims have been brainwashed. Save the key, they go make heaven. Says now on the top grass. We make Ghana they show class. Says the whole giant take this snow because you make leaders on the sleep. If a president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? As our president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see front? Which way? Nigerians which way? Which way? I better buy it. Next level. Which way? Buhari which way? Which way? I beg you for it. Next level. Then I'm hollow. I got the hollow. If you're not ndala, oh no chala wala. Always on point. See you already know.
Man of choice.
Now now me dey here.